This right here is the Toyota Urban Cruiser Hyryder in its strong hybrid avatar. Known for its efficiency, but today it's going to rely more on the combined power output of that electric and petrol motor. And in a segment full of choice, the Creta is pretty much the default choice. And in the tests we are going to conduct today, the car to beat is the Kushaq. Today we have it in the Monte Carlo edition, this really cool, hot-looking car. But looks don't really matter today because we're going to test them for their ride, performance and cornering ability. Let's get straight to it. As with all of our cornering tests, we started slow and built up speed as we went along with all the cars. And the first speed where we saw a difference was 60 kmph. And the first car's run that we're going to look at is the Urban Cruiser Hyryder. At 60 kmph, it understeers early, ESP kicks in and allows it to keep a tight line through that corner. No cones killed with this run. As we bumped up speeds to 65 kmph, again ESP kicks in as soon as you understeer. It kicks in more aggressively, manages to keep a tightish line but can't help clipping that last cone. With both the Creta and the Kushaq, they easily manage 65 kmph, which is why they leave the Hyryder behind. Which one wins though? Well, the first car's run that we're going to look at is the Kushaq at 70 kmph. It understeers early, ESP kicks in and it does a bit of a hop and knocks down 2 cones. The Creta then next at 70 kmph also understeers but stays a little bit more stable, runs wide but only clips that last cone. So the Creta wins this test. But that's not the end of this test. We do have one bonus round for you. It's a car related to one of these three. Can you guess which one it is? For this test, we had 3 different powertrains: a petrol automatic, a diesel manual and a hybrid automatic. The acceleration test saw the Kushaq pull off the win. The Hyryder with its combined hybrid powertrain came in second and the Creta was third. And since this is not an apples to apples comparison, here's a table of all the drivetrains we've tested. So the Kushaq manual is the quickest, the Creta turbo petrol is second fastest and the Hyryder comes in third. For the braking test, we again went to our archives and picked the best braking figures for the variants of these models that we've tested. And here are the results. Point to note that the Toyota Hyryder was tested in wet conditions. We've done away with the human element in our water spill test in favor of more consistency, not because we ran out of volunteers. The Hyryder went first and managed to survive with 160 ml of water remaining. The Kushaq was next and its stiffer suspension only managed to save 150 ml of water of the 600 ml it started with. The Creta fared the best here with 200 ml of water retained after the rough road ride, a difference from the last test where it came in last. In the real world, our impressions are that the Creta is a little softly sprung and bigger bumps can see the suspension bottom out with heavier loads. It's better over smoother roads at city speeds and is the more comfortable choice for casual drivers. The Kushaq is stiffer sprung and while it's not as cushiony as the Creta in the city, it stays flatter and more composed at highway speeds and is the better choice for the enthusiast. The Hyryder is somewhere in the middle in terms of suspension, not as soft as the Creta or as composed as the Kushaq. Now time for the verdict, and it's going to be a bit of a long one, so we'll get the easy bits out of the way first. That's with the Toyota Hyryder. It came in third place. Yes, it's great at efficiency, but in the test that we conducted today, it was a little out of its depth. With the Creta and the Kushaq, there is a bit of a caveat there, especially with the cornering test. So we've had both the Creta and the Kushaq run that corner before in similar conditions with the same driver, and the Creta's performance was very similar. So 70 kilometers and knocking just one cone. With the Kushaq though, the performance was very different today from what it did the last time round. And we think that's down to, well, this car having a bit of a bad day, especially where the suspension is concerned. It's had 12,000 very hard journalistic kilometers put on it And even when we got the car for this test, it wasn't really feeling its best.
So when we look at the points then, this is what we're left with. The results of today making the Creta the winner. And if we adjust the scores for what we know the Kushaq is capable of, the Kushaq takes the win. Which one do you think wins? Or is it a tie? Do let us know in the comments and like, share and subscribe while you're at it. It really helps.
And now it's time for our promised bonus round. And our bonus round today is with the Grand Vitara, but which variant? Well, that's the all grip, and this run is 70 kmph. Just clipping that last cone. The Grand Vitara is also our new long-term car which we'll have for a few months. Do let us know in the comments what kind of stories you'd like to see us do with it.